Good morning, Franz. How's everybody doing? Fantasy was an early arrival, followed by Necromancer, who was first today. And then Marinite third. Monsty fourth. Hey, puff puff. Ah! With an unshrimped thine spines. Thank you for the high and right. Followed by Tyler. House Vacation 3 stream streak. Welcome to the levels. Congratulations on your level up. We've got Pepperoni today. Hello, Neff. Good morning. Thank you for the hydrate in the street, and your existence itself is a mez reminder. Everybody, take your maracas if you haven't already. Got a little shaky shake. So many people today. Hello. The Targ was fun last night. What's the Targ? What is the Targ? I did a lot of painting on Pepperoni's little, like, ruffle collar thing. Still needs a lot of work. But we're getting there. Got 100 million points on the Deadpool pinball, so that was my high score. Nice. I'm not taking my vitamin C yet. Tastes so bleh. It's lemon flavored. Just swallow the vitamin C then if you can. Yay, pepperoni looking good. It's mostly I gotta paint this collar thing now, and it's a lot of work. Trying to make the ruffles relatively even, but still slightly different. Like this one needs a little bit right here. Trying to get that like rounded square look on them. Mighty difficult. Lemon. Yes, a lemon is delicious. But yep, just lots of painting. Probably going to... Just trying to get this, like, illusion of depth going, but I don't think it was working. This is surprisingly difficult to paint this thing. Andrew Briggs, that's a good name. Rolls off the tongue. Have you decided whether he has a dog yet or not? Would still be shadowing this one here. I think I might have to squeeze another thing right in here. So we're gonna split this down a little bit right here. I'm gonna put another one right in here. Gib. Right here. There needs to be another one of these. Just need to change a little bit. Right here too, there needs to be another one. Not yet. I'm trying to find the plot that before his best friend was named Oliver. Is he the comedic relief? The edge of this one needs to be pushed over a little bit. This is surprisingly difficult to paint. Arias, good morning. Oh my god, so many people. Hydrate or dihydrate. Absolutely. Necromancer, do I have the look of her ear right? I went and looked at some of the other pictures to get an idea of how long her ear fur was. I think I'm pretty close. Yeah, okay. I think I need to add another ruffle right in here. When the ruffles are too big, it doesn't work very well. But I can't make them too small either. I need one more right in here. So we'll squeeze things together a bit right here. Right here. This line has to go here. Just modifying things on the fly, don't mind me. It's really hard to paint hollow tubes head on. Yes, before the fire that claims his life in nearly off Andrew, the ambulance worker who saved him was named Russell Lockhart, nicknamed Golden, which was all helping others. Oh, that's cute. And you didn't have to do the big square circle rough thing, it's hard. I suppose no turning back now? No, it's no turning back now. She needed the rough. She needed the stately rough. It's too perfect for her. It's just I've never ever drawn one of these before, and I wasn't quite sure of the structure of how it was put together when I was painting it. Understanding the structure of the garments you're painting really helps when painting them. This is why AI doesn't make sense a lot of times when it comes to clothes, because it doesn't understand the structure of the garment that it's working with. But this one is, it's like just a whole bunch of really well-starched tubes, and they're all just sewn together, like back here, and so they end up making this big accordion. Is this going to be kept to the 6? We're beyond the 6-hour limit. It's fine. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm doing something new. That's what really matters to me, Necromancer. Besides, you already give so much on this channel. Like, anything I paint for you is never going to be in the 6-hour limit. Was painting on the wrong layer. So you took the chance on me to, in my early stages, and I had to do all sorts of studies to be able to paint what I wanted for you. And even then, like, I go back and look at the stuff that I've done for you already, and I'm like, I need to fix this and this and this and this. Like, I could revisit that first commission that I did for you that took so long, and I could probably do a better job now, because I've just learned so much from painting. But you took the risk on me to have me paint stuff for you. So I don't mind giving you extra time. And one day I'll have my ADHD meds back and be able to do more than paint on stream for like 20 minutes and then be distracted the rest of the time. I also moved this little crown thing down below the bone. It used to be up top. And I was looking at it, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So, the little crown is hanging from the bone. And the decoration I was thinking for these squares was something like putting little bones in the corner. filigree kind of. And then, I don't know, something here. Necromancer wants a saucy story. It's I think it's more of a mystery noir kind of thing. It's a private investigator story. Morning, Ross. And Arias was asking me about more commissions, possibly in the future. And honey garlic saucy. Is this the measure we're using for romance stories now? Just honey garlic? Like, kind of saccharine? I could go for that. I could go for some honey garlic something right now. Light in the bottom. Light's moving to the edge here. Almost no light in this one. So I seem to have a lot of focus today, so I might not notice chat movement as much. What was that, right? Oh my god. It's not as more of a tragedy. Andrew loses his best friend in fire, and he lives his life as well, but over his recovery is convinced that the fire is not an accident. Once upon a time, there was a girl. She was so hungry, she went to the pantry. Got me candies, because I'm an adult without supervision. The necromancer who over time, and the necromancer who over time became her mentor, and good friend, and undying friendships. What? There's a necromancer in your story, fantasy? Mystery kind of story. Saucing mystery? Think about the Tickles firefighter. What? I'm so confused. I'll include some necromance just for you then. I have breakfast going now, but I want some chicken wings. Oh man, chicken wings would be so good. Chicken wings. Are you dreaming of a hunky firefighter throwing you over their shoulder again? She got some olive oil anchovies and then she went to her fridge where she found some fresh tomatoes. Ooh. I like tomatoes. Although, I don't think you're supposed to keep tomatoes in the fridge. Ooh, save me, you hunk of meat firefighter. Oh no, I followed it and I can't get up. Necromancer just became an old woman. She blanched the tomatoes for 30 seconds before putting them in an ice bath. This makes them easier to peel. Meows went boop is snooped. Chat is chaos this morning and I love it. Write the story you want. Don't need to add anything. It wasn't planned on. After she sauteed some garlic. I've never had anchovies before. She had the peeled tomato, mashed them down. Cooked well. She added some fresh basil. Ooh. Marina is telling us the chef's story. God, there's so many people here today. He's a big boy in more ways than one. Oh. Yes, Marine's on a kitchen adventure. She's gone off to Flavor Town. Her sauce was complete, but she had forgotten to boil any pasta! No! This is a tragedy. Just eat the sauce with a spoon. And so our saucy story ends. Oh no! In tragedy, even! What a twist. Like a spiral noodle. What can I say? My milkshake brings all the peeps to the yard. Wow. Man, I wish you guys could come to stream more often. I know you work like real jobs, like real people, but man. You guys bring the level of chaos. I love that all my friends are chaos goblins. We have to give it a flip-flop. I'm really excited for Conquest this year, but it's also going to be kind of weird because I'm not in Dendronia anymore. I love the taste of chaos in the morning. Crack some a can of Monsters Chaos flavor. Hashtag not sponsored. Still never had an energy drink. Look at this sweet pupper. Hashtag willing to accept sponsors. Good morning, Roman. How you doing today? Gotta get our shading in here. Once again, my darks are not dark enough, my lights are not light enough. I know where my problem areas are. I just need to be more bold. I can always paint back over things. Hey, Conk. How you doing? Thanks for the concussion. I see problems. There definitely needs to be another ruffle right in here. Just gonna go for it. Paint it in right here. Perspective is hard. You just finished a presentation and you're on the verge of falling over. Well, you can relax now. The presentation's done. It's over. It's complete. You got a little chin here. This needs to... little fluff here. Any shadows in here. It's a cursed rough. Why did I decide to paint such a thing? I'm my own worst enemy. But I like doing challenging things. Roman is striking! 30 stream streak. Congratulations on your 30 levels, Roman. Enjoying your little internet updates. Thank you for sharing your time with us as always. I'm glad that you guys have found a community that you enjoy enough to spend this much time at. It just warms the frozen cold cockles of my heart. How dare you, Neff? You have booped the snoot. It is the boop snoot. Like the boop snoot. But it is a lot less weird. It is a snoot. I guess boop. The boop snoot. A high rate in the street. Oh no, does this mean I'm gonna get sick now? Because he booped your snoot first. No, I don't want to get sick. Don't pass the plague on to me. Man, I feel like I've made this ruffle worse since I started. I haven't, but I have in some ways. Let's zoom out so I can do these smaller lines with more singular strokes. hand just doesn't like to draw in that other direction. I think this is where I was having problems. This perspective here is off. Having trouble following it. It's not perfect and it won't be, but that's fine. I need a little bit more light here. Just a little bit. You're sick enough in the head already. I'm sure you're safe. Good one, Neff. Yeah, after last Monday's incident, you all know what kind of degenerate I am. I think this is maybe what I have to do is slowly fill it in this way to get the angle right. angle of the light will be getting wider as you go around. My mom dropped something and it scared us both. Anytime there's a loud noise, we're worried that she's had like another stroke again, so we're like paranoid. Sorry if I'm really quiet, my concentration levels are really high right now. Start seeing a shift here. Back again, tired, may just lay down again. Take the car and go to the library. You should draw something, Ross. Trying to do just that. Did some drawing yesterday. trying to get them to do more. Oh, draw while you can. Remember, it doesn't have to be a finished piece or even good, as long as you draw, even just a little bit. The only way I'll get anywhere is to keep at it. Try to be at least a little frequent about things. Yeah, like, honestly, my improvements that you've seen over, like, the last year are all because of consistency. Just drawing every single day. It's the only reason I'm getting better at all. Even if it's just a little bit every day, you still get better. It goes for writing, knitting, woodworking. You just gotta keep at it. It's called experience. If it doesn't look right today, maybe it'll look right tomorrow. The reason I don't share things over is besides I do things, it's also because I've been you guys, I can't even get Nightshade to fucking work. I have the right stuff installed. I've got everything installed. I've got the right graphics card for it, according to all of the information I can find. But I can't get Nightshade to work. It just simply won't do the thing. Why have you done this? Thanks for the hydrate, Cora. Welcome. Nephis redeemed a posture check, everybody. Shrimp thine spines. Give yourself a little wave back and forth. Just wiggle like seaweed in the ocean currents. Maybe a little bit distracted playing your game. Fair enough. Play a little, I mean a lot. That's the problem with games. It's why I don't really play anything anymore, because I would rather be drawing. Love games. But, take up a lot of time. That's the problem I ran into. I love to be playing something, but I don't have the time anymore to just donate to something like that. That should be given to something more pressing. Yeah, welcome to adulthood, right? The king? Who's the king? Ross Riders is the king? Ross should become a mechanic. Or just drive for Uber. I'm surprised that you don't already drive for Uber if you love driving in cars so much. Let's start putting in the shading up this way. I think I finally got a system of shadows and highlights going here. besides not having a car. You could be an art teacher. Wait, you have a degree in art? I didn't know you had a degree in art. I didn't know you had a degree at all. You've never mentioned it. But don't you need a teaching degree to be a teacher, too? You need, like, a degree in your specified field, and then you need a teacher's degree? Couldn't find a reason to bring it up. Well. You know, you can just talk about things, right? You're free to talk about things that are important to you. The whole point in being community, share stuff. Unless, of course, you don't want to share information about yourself, in which case, don't do that if you're not comfortable doing that. What kind of art did you study? If you're okay sharing that. Oh my god, the ruff looks so good now. And so does the ruff. Yeah, you do hear Cheese in the background. He's playing WoW in his room. Just to be broad, I studied with painting, drawing, photography, history, etc. So I have some experience, All that said, I have to obviously keep putting used to what learned and such to keep learning. Yeah, it is an adorable dog. And yeah, you just gotta keep studying. I think I've gotten pretty close. I think the reason that one eye feels off is because I have the shape of the head wrong, because they changed the angle of the face just ever so slightly. Plus that eye looks... That particular eye actually looks smaller than the other one. So I think it's not just my painting, but my painting enhances the asymmetry of the dog. Wow, Gord. That was noise. What's frustrating is living with a family that thinks I can function like they function. You sure you're related to them? Are you saying she's disfigured? Everything is asymmetrical. I am more so asymmetrical. Having a birthmark on my face, I think I'd be more disfigured than a dog with a slightly smaller right eye. And to look at my hands and then put myself in the perspective of the dog to be like, is that her left or right eye? Our left, her right. But I also think I don't quite have the lighting or the shadows right under the eye on this side. This eye here. I don't quite have the lighting right. So it's making this eye look bigger because I've got the wrong shade of dark brown in there. I've been getting reminders of how my patterns, reminders of how I have behavior patterns like my mom and dad, to my utter fucking horror. Look, as long as you don't have their behavioral patterns that are their negative behavioral patterns. I'm gonna save this file. And I'm gonna sit back and take a little mental break. Because painting that rough was really rough. It's a wonderful tribute to the dog, but also feels sobering since I'm saying so. Yeah, no, the doggo is no longer present tense. This is... Most of the pet portraits that I prefer to do are memorial portraits because they're important. Because they, you know, give you good memories. And so I try my best to get it as close as possible. And the reason this one is taking longer is because I'm adding something to the painting, like the royal clothes and the chair and stuff. And I have to change a bit of the dog in order to fit it, right? The gourd. I don't know if you hear that every time I take a sip. Yes, the distinct lack of ADHD meds, though I was in hyper-focus mode just a little bit ago. When I got really, really quiet. You know, I got into a flow state there when I figured out how to do the lighting and shadow in the rough. I was like, nope, this needs to happen right now. I get those, oh, red dot! But my intelligent dumbass now. Sometimes he was loud, other times he just wanted to get my attention. Remember, if you guys want a practice painting of your pets, since you're regulars here, I'll give you a small practice painting like the ones that I normally do. It won't be as detailed, they'll just be really fast, but you get a free one because you're the regulars. I have said this before. So if you find a picture of your dumbass, your smart dumbass, I will paint a picture of your smart dumbass. I might try to find a photo of my mom's farm dog, Snoopy, and paint a picture of Snoopy for her. But I'll be working with photographs from, like, the 1950s. It'll be a challenge. Might as well have been my dog, because his responsibility for his well-being was largely thrown on me to the point. Aww. Yeah, it's when people get pets and they don't take care of them, that's just so sad. I did the thing. It's like, bro, you gotta wait till I tell you to do the thing. I think designing those little jewelry pieces is gonna be fun. Still working on the crown. I tried to make like a bone shape using gems, but it didn't quite turn out, so I might just make a giant bone gem. The Gord bell is just gonna be a thing from now on, just so you guys know. And she was great in her little butthole way. She did her thing, and it was very sad when we had to put her down. Aw. So much like when I lost my grandparents, it's important to remember that you don't want them to suffer. So, although you don't want them to leave, it's what's best for them. Yeah. I imagine I'm gonna have some trouble when I lose Tesla, because it's probably gonna be very close to around the same time I lose my parents. And I am not. I hate time. I hate linear time. I hate aging. But Aunt mine has a pupper, and Holly, that cute, gets so much love. And has a job looking for missing people. Ooh. It's a search and rescue dog? Other times I'll tell him to sit and he'll talk back. That's adorable. Yeah, apparently Snoopy was really, really, really smart. But my mom also had another dog that was as dumb as a rock. Because she grew up on a farm. And that farm was in a place called Flesherton. I wish I could buy the old farm. Lost Olivia like a month later, lost my grandmother. Week after that, my grandfather. Oh, that's rough. Oh, that's rough. I'm so sorry, Necromancer. Well, you have a beautiful painting of your royal doggo. Her name is Molly, and she is so smart, and outside of being a rescue dog, she's also a therapy pup, visiting old folks' homes. Aw, that's great. Animals are the best. Humans are the worst kind of creatures. Animals are the best. We don't deserve dogs and cats and stuff. They're just too good for us. Like Tesla, wherever he is. Actually, I think he's still downstairs in the sunny seat sleeping. Oh, there's the mailman. The mail truck parks in front of our house for our street for some reason. Just reminded of a short video titled "Dogs Are So Worth It." Oh yeah. Video, when you get a dog, you're basically guaranteed that you'll have a friend for 10 years, followed by 2 years of vet bills, and then a tragedy you never fully heal from. Oh no. I remember her growing up. Paws were too big for her body, and she struggled to walk until her body caught up to her paws. That's so funny. Mirthlessly loud. Fuck you! Yeah. Stop with the feels. Feels are not allowed. When did this become a feel stream? We're vibes only! Quick, say, inject some stupidity. Also, I think I finished my design for my, my poncho, so I'm gonna go with an actual poncho. I wish I could get some wool in those two colors and mash them together into a double-faced wool. So there's this thing you can do with wool, and it's called, I've learned that it's called being double-faced. So it's like 2 layers of wool that have been mashed together. And I need to find 2 pieces of wool of the same type and try and felt them together like you would with needle felting, and see if that works with like a wool or wool cashmere blend. And then I need to find wool that is in the right colors and mash them together like that to make a double-sided wool cloak. So I could turn it inside out if I want, and so I can have the blue side out, or I can have the red side out, depending on which way I want to go. And if I do the embroidery right, I might be able to, I might be able to have that double-sided too. You know where to get pure wool, but the wool is not dyed? Dyeing is something I can do. I've done dyeing before. I found a Chinese seller that sells double-faced wool, but it doesn't sell double-faced wool in the colors that I need. And double-faced wool is extremely expensive. We're talking, like, at least $130 a meter. Has anyone here even seen Gargoyles? Yes. I watch Gargoyles a lot. It was one of the shows that I was able to see. Wasn't Xanatos played by William Riker? I really need to like go watch Gargoyles in order. Gargoyles is probably the first show that I ever had like fandom thoughts about. Well, that's not true. I think it was first Transformers, then it was Ninja Turtles, and then it was Gargoyles, but I never wrote anything for those. Jonathan Frakes, thank you. I never wrote anything for those fandom thoughts. He was voiced by Jonathan Frakes, yes. I haven't seen Commissar Rex, but I did see the video that you shared. You think you have a DVD rip somewhere? I'd probably just ask Cheese. You'll download the whole thing. He probably already has it, to be honest. Yeah, Fantasy shared it to the server, I think. Was it to, It was to Demora Nation and not Wisterian, right, Fantasy? I'm just thinking, like, there'd be no way for you to even get the gargoyles to me, Marinai. My computer doesn't have a CD drive. So, I mean, USB keys are a thing, hard drives are a thing. I keep forgetting that sometimes, which is dumb because I've been using them longer, almost as long as I've been using CDs. I'm an idiot. It's okay. My brain is stupid. I got sleep in my eyes. Ow. You ever get like those little eye sleeps? Little crusties, and you try and rub them out of your eye, but they're like sharp. Mine were sharp today. SWAT cats. I haven't heard of SWAT cats, but I know what Samurai Pizza Cats is. Clearly Ross Riders knows what SWAT cats is. I feel like I've seen something that might have been SWAT cats just once. We did? Like, I feel like I've seen something that could be that. But I can't remember when or where I saw it. But I remember seeing something that could be classified as something like SWAT cats. Yes, and Samurai Pizza Cats. Samurai Pizza Cats is a weird show. So back in the day when your anime didn't have to make sense. What sounds like a weird show? SWAT cats or Samurai Pizza Cats? Because Samurai Pizza Cats is a really old anime. SWAT Cats, I think, is an old American television cartoon. Well, SWAT Cats is just a cartoon where the characters, I'm assuming, are cats, but they're police officers. Then, of course, there's other good shows like Silverhawks and Thundercats. Right out of the He-Man and She-Ra eras. I wish they would remake Thundercats, but not for kids, you know? Like, the way Thundercats was originally done where the characters were actually adults doing adult things. Jet fighter vigilantes. Nice. Not police officers. Fair enough. Thundercats and He-Man, even as a kid, I wanted some kind of crossover with the two. Hell yeah. Doing adult... You know, dealing with adult problems. Like being stranded on a planet. Not those kind of adult things, Necromancer. Especially since Lion-O was technically a child in an adult's body. Soup is flannel, hello! Howdy, how you doing? We're painting a dog today. And yesterday, and the day before that. We've been painting this dog. This is Necromancer's dog. What did you join into? Talks about old television shows and Necromancer being Necromancer. Best time to join. Into the chaos. How did you find us? Were you just browsing the art category? I know there's a comic crossover of He-Man and Thundercats. Oh man. That must be wild. But, yeah, like, canonically, Lion-O is, like, 10 years old when he goes into cryo sleep, but there was something wrong with his cryo chamber, and when everybody woke up, his body was an adult, but he was still, like, a 10-year-old kid in his head. And so, like, the series is a little bit of him learning to grow up really fast and grow into his position as, the leader of the group, because, you know, he's the lion, so he's the leader of the pride of the Thundercats, you know. But, Chitara was my jam. She was rad. Like, 80s rocker chick lady. Like, she was just cool. And she's fast. And cheetahs are awesome. I wish there was something animated, but not like that of fan work. Not unless we, you know, go to Hasbro and be like, hey, we should make this. This needs to be a thing. Well, yeah, who has the rights to the merch at that point, right? It's not just Disney getting their heads out of their asses, it's, you know, who gets the merch. And we don't want to split things 50-50. We don't want to... We can't share money. Absolutely not. Yep, you found us in the art category. Besides the fact that I'm running on 4 hours sleep, I'm good. Planning on drawing up... You're drawing a plushie today. Nice. Are you a streamer too? If you're just an artist, we do have a Discord community and we have a self-promo section. So if you wanna join and meet a whole bunch of really cool peeps, these guys keep me going like every day. I've been streaming pretty much every day for a little bit more than a year now. Even though I started 6 years ago, technically. They tried reviving Thundercats. Matt Mercer was super excited to be part of it, and it instantly flopped. Yeah, that's because they were all children. Like, it wasn't Thundercats. It was Junior Thundercats, and it didn't cater to any of the people who were Thundercats fans. That's why it flopped. And they're like, oh, it's a cartoon, and therefore it must be for kids, and therefore all of the main characters need to be kids. It's like the She-Ra series. Like, that was a complete flop, too. Heaven fucking forbid we share, yeah. Is the stream a little? Just get back into it, but I do draw. Well, if you've got art to share, we have, there's just the art thread, and there's also studios, so you can create a studio thread, for, like, sharing your private stuff consistently. So it doesn't get lost in the art chatter and amongst, like, people sharing art tutorials and videos about art. Science is our most used category. We really like to share science stuff. And feel free to mute Corner of Woe and News. Because we share real stuff too. And we've also got the happy place for sharing things that make you happy. Like random videos of cats. There is the pets and animals category as well. Which is where we would normally share videos of cats, but cats make us unbelievably happy, so we just share them in the happy place too. And you can feel free to post things in two places. Can't help but think this whole corporal crap is why my gun of fanfish, you've got over half a dozen corporals all scheming and wanting to stab each other's back. Well, yes. Ross, that is basically the future, is corporation wars. That's what's happening now, basically. Bro, that's just real life. Yeah, I know. Dave! Good morning. Or rather, time zone approved greetings to you, you crazy Norwegian man. There's also no tea time today. My dad will not be coming to put up my mug, as usual. He's off to visit his friend that he was going to visit last week, but we had that ice storm. And he's like, I'm glad I didn't go, because by the time I left, the local train had stopped working. There was so much ice last week. A hero will sacrifice the person they love to save the world, but a villain will sacrifice the world to save the person they love. That is very apt. I'm into ornithology, if that counts as science. Absolutely it does. Science ranges from everything from humanities to quantum physics. So you'll see a wide variety of stuff in the Science Channel. Naff! How dare! You've booped the snoot! It is the boop snoot. Like the droop snoot. But it is the snoot that gets booped. The boop snoot. Sorry, Soup. That is, it's like the secret redeem. Yes, bird facts are great. I like burbs. There's like 5 cardinals that live in our neighborhood. I think they're all related. But like, there will be 5 male cardinals in the back tree. I dare. You do dare. Frequently, in fact. Yeah, Ross, that's just how corporations are today. I mean, heck, the whole term Banana Republic is because America had interests in a banana company called Chiquita. You're probably very familiar with it. And they brought down a whole government just so that they could have more bananas. I found out that the city I moved from, speaking of snipers, that they actually had police snipers at the St. Paddy's Day party yesterday. Because they were worried about everything that's going on in the world. They were worried about people targeting the St. Patrick's Day parades and parties. The white bellbird is the loudest bird in the world, being able to reach up to 125 decibels. Wow. That is one hell of a loud bird. Since we're having a meta today, let's look it up. No, Firefox, I don't want to create a fucking profile. Oh, it's got the weird thing on its face. Here is the white bellbird, according to DuckDuckGo. Is this the correct bird, Soup? No, Firefox, don't create a fucking profile. Yep. Yeah, it's got a growth tentacle bird. And, like, every picture is basically this. It's on a branch, it's got its tentacle, and it's just screaming. I can't find one where it doesn't have its mouth just wide open screaming. Oh, there's a couple if you scroll down a bit. But yeah, it's got this ugly ass tentacle waddle. That bird would go crazy as a PFP, yeah it would. It's like it's got mushrooms growing on it or some shit. But this bird is just ah! Sorry for screaming at you. But we need your data, to protect the children. Yeah. Save the children. Save one from, save the children. Please, save the children. God. Brutal. My friend Christine would like this bird. She just likes to scream. She likes drawing birds that scream. The kakapo. Oh! He's a cute bean. It sucks that they're endangered. I can imagine why they're endangered. They look adorable. Look at him, he's just taking a little walk. You have brought joy, Soup. Cats and rats, yeah. Unfortunately. I love cats. I have a cat, but he's an indoor cat because we can't have outdoor cats. Because they eat the birds. There's a stray cat in my neighborhood, and if I find him, he is mine, and then he's gonna become a fat indoor cat. Well, not a fat indoor cat, because I play with my cat, so that they stay nice and lean. I get good exorcisms. The largest parrots. He is very cute, though. And I like that he looks like a kiwi fruit. I love the colors. He's a green boy. Ross is quoting video games again. You quote this one so much, Ross. This one scene. What's the one that looks like a Muppet? The bird. The males build a nest and start screaming to try and find a partner. Why can't humans work like that? It's like the Natural Habitat shorts though, with the sloths. God, what was it? There are two different kinds of sloths, and one of them is like the female just screams and the guys just like burst through the walls. It's the only time a sloth moves fast. I think it's like the Patu or something. Still, my brain is still on this bird. Look at these little guys, though. They're so cute. Yeah, the Patu. The P-O-T-O-O. Well, I'm saving that picture because this is pretty goddamn great. This one. Should make a plushie of the Kakapo. You should. Yeah! They look like Muppets! It's adorable, hilarious, yeah. The birds are pretty great. Just ah! I love it. They blend into trees and keep their mouth open all day waiting for bugs to walk in. I love it. So weaponized laziness. Look at its face. It looks like my cat. Tesla has this look, like, every time he blinks, it's a whole new world. They're from Australia, of course they are. I have to save this picture too. Just the faces of them. Just, you scroll down in the images tab, and it's just so funny. I've never seen this one before. It's so pretty. Rufus Patu. So I'm guessing Patu is a type of this particular kind of bird, and then they can have variants. It's enough of that nonsense. It's so pretty, but he's so done with life, he's just like, fuck this. Kermit, well, I would like to go on record as being opposed to violence for conflict resolution. However, that's the best Kermit voice you're gonna get out of me. I like the colors of this bird. It's very flamingo-esque. I forgot to save this too. Everything reminds you of something, Ross. It's pretty impressive. You've got a quote for everything in every anime, and you're like, this is connected to this, and this is connected to this. I don't have a mind for that kind of thing. It's fascinating to watch you go down a rabbit hole. If you're wondering about the bell soup, I have a gourd bottle, and my drink is in the gourd bottle. It is in fact... mouse, please! It is in fact this gourd bottle. Someone said the other day, the one in bondage. My chat is weird. If I hadn't grasped one of them was not meeting it far sooner than I did, but such is life. That's how life is. The universe brought us together at the right time. Death Sand is streaking! A 15 stream streak. Welcome to level 15, Death. Your power grows. Just look at science in Discord. I go to science. Okay. How is Pokemon science? I don't understand, but maybe it's in the video. I won't watch the video. Not on stream. It's a clip. is a long clip. The male swan has a... Is it... Okay. That Aelita Battle Angel arm looks really cool. Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn. Okay. Fantasy, you could just leave the stream running. Just hang out in the chat. Just leave it running. You won't lose your streak. I know you don't like to leave your computer running while you're not home. I leave my computer running 24 hours a day. I hardly ever turn the damn thing off. Need to erase these other bits on my... I'll just delete that too. There we go. Time to turn some of my work stories into comics. Do it! More art and more creativity in the world can only be beneficial. But yeah, Fantasy, just leave your computer running tomorrow and just hang out on the chat window so that, you know, the stream automatically starts. You shouldn't lose your streak. If you're really worried about losing it. Also, if you're wondering about what's on screen now, Souk, this is my my costume for the Conquest of Mythodia LARP. It's the largest fantasy LARP in the world. It takes place in Germany in August. And I've been working on this design for about a year now, refining it. And I'm about to get to the point where I'm going to be ordering my fabrics soon. You turn it off when you're not at home. You could just leave it on for once. I always have my my computer on. I almost never turn it off. It only gets turned off when the power goes out. You still have to make more OCs. More OCs! All better! I'll show you mine. We're gonna bring up the art files, guys. First of all, if my mouse will work, everybody's favorite Highwire. Yeah, well, Americans tend to have to deal with really high electricity costs. Canada's electricity costs are actually pretty low. You have one for D&D that you still have to refine? This is Highwire. This is the main villain from my book. Everybody likes Highwire. This is more Highwire. Old versions and then the latest version over here. Is the only bird family to have cocks. Did you know that that pigeons produce milk? Pigeons produce milk. Von Guillory and Starcatcher, so human, witch. Also from my book. my witch hunters. Still not happy with Sonya's face. Struggling so hard with her face. I've been doing commissions, so I've been too busy to finish this file, but we can have pigeon cheese. I don't think it's quite the same kind of milk, but they produce it like in a little sack in their throats. It's not quite what you would consider milk. And then all of the witches. Let's try and zoom into a good size here. There we go. Here's all the witches. Some of them are more finished than others. The people are the non-witches. And the non-witch versions of the witches are all barely half done. Yep. I have a lot of OCs. And that's just from one book. And the commission that we just finished. So I finished this Sunday night, I think. It took me almost 2 weeks to paint this. Well, some feedback for the characters in black. Well, they're the witch hunters. They're just, their uniforms are black. They do have other clothes that they wear. And, I know that I've got to, like, refine their shapes a bit. But if you have suggestions, I'll take it. Leon does wear a green shirt underneath. And Sonya does too. These guys are far from finished. Like, they're literally just sketched in. See, Eric, he wears... He tends to wear, like, a long, dark coat. Wow. I can draw. They definitely need more silhouette work. Leon. He's got the, like, t-shirt over top of a long sleeve shirt thing going on. I just haven't finished. Doing refinements. I think his pants tend to be a little bit baggier too. Like Sonya, he wears cargo pants. Well, yes, but they're part of an organization, like they have a uniform. That's the problem, is they have a uniform. But they've done little things to their uniforms that make them more unique to them. But these three... Hello? These three are the leadership, they're the commanders. So they tend to follow the uniform code a lot more. But this is why we have things like she wears barrettes in her hair. He's often wearing something more skin tight than this. I just haven't finished. Yeah. She wears little bits of jewelry. She also has a dress uniform that she's wearing more often. This is just like what they wear when they go hunting. This guy is essentially retired, but he doesn't really own anything else. He's the old man who doesn't change anything. Another thing that Sonia has is she wears lime green Crocs. It's not even lime green. I've never drawn a croc in my life, by the way, so I don't even know really what they look like. But, yeah. Here's more of a lime color, there we go. But she'll wear lime green Crocs, you know, as like her office shoes. So when she's in the Medwing, just lime green Crocs. But yeah, where I have most of my personality design is in the witches. You could tell a lot about the witch from what they're wearing. You can tell which ones are more traditionalist, which ones are really young. Keep forgetting that you can't see part of my screen here. Oh dear lord. My mouse is so broken. There we go. Can't believe it's been 2 years since I designed Mystic's costume. Time goes by too fast. Trying to force myself to drink some vitamin C booster. Oh, drink the vitamin C booster. Oh, is that why it tastes bad? Because it's a drink and not a pill. Alright. Her costume turned out so good. Yeah, this is why I just take actual pills. Just get some vitamin C tablets, Fantasy. Swallow them. Now I just want to work on my witch hunters. Curses. Look, it's Beelus. No. I did not. It's probably my chair. Although, I did just drag my footstool across the floor. Is it this noise? But no, I did not fart. Christ, Fantasy. What else have we got? God, my folders are so messed up. Another picture of Arias looking fabulous in the costume that I designed and then she made, and it looked so good. I know you don't like hugs, this is a better alternative. Drinks. Yes, alcohol. Apply them with alcohol first, get them drunk, and then give them hugs. I still have to finish my painting of Alex as well. I feel bad that I haven't finished that yet. No! Say consent! Ah! Don't tickle me, Fantasy! It's surprising that I'm not very ticklish, so. I used to be really ticklish, and then something happened, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna take a little trip to the little demon's room. Words. I'll be right back. Everybody get up and stretch. I'm back. I'm standing up now. I gotta reset my Vinian. There we go. It's time for the stand-up. Tesla's taking full advantage of the sunny seat today. I think I just dodged all of those just by wiggling. Thanks for the hydrate, Neff. My tracking is unhappy with me. I moved too fast. I was wiggling too hard. The sun just suddenly got brighter and it's reflecting off the snow outside. I'm just like... Because I'm standing up so I can see more of the ground from where I'm standing. Ah, me eyes. Me sensitive nerd eyes. I'm blind. Blech. Oh my god, I got 7 messages on Discord. 7 notifications. Most of them are from Senko. What to do now? And continue painting pepperoni. Also, Soup, if you're still here, don't forget to hit the follow button. Unless you were already following somehow. It was just your first time chatting. You didn't even see the pupper you sent me? Look, I didn't check all of my messages and just... It's very cute. It's a pupper. There you go. I've seen it. Proof. Can't be as bad as my cousin. I get 14 message notifications when I look. There's either no new message or like 2 new messages because he's deleted a lot of the first messages he sends. Why? But why? Who does that? Just sending rage messages all the time or something? Like the only time I would delete something is if I sent something enraging or being depressed about something, and then I'm like, ah, maybe I shouldn't, like, bring other people down, and then I delete it. I just wallow in my depression instead. Necromancer, thank you for the gifted sub to Soup. Your 442nd gifted sub to the channel. God damn it! Soup, welcome to the islands, and welcome to Necrocon, the convention that keeps going even if you're dead. I'm doing my standing wiggle back and forth, so if I'm doing my lots of blinking and lots of swaying. How many star shells does he have? Probably like 500,000. Well, he had 172k. You only get extra star shells for being subscribed, not by gifting subscriptions. And Necromancer still uses his star shells. Unlike you, who never uses your star shells. Good morning, Kita. We do the street. Yeah. I'm like leaning back. Like, ah! God damn it, Neff. I have infinite star shells! Infinite power! Oh, the Curinoids. Couldn't dodge those ones, god damn it. It's because I was leaning back, streaching! I still streak. Yeah. Yeah. Tracking, what are you doing? Let's move the phone a little bit. So. Thank you for following. Even though you're presently a guest of Necromancer Dark. Yeah, you were already visiting the islands. Followers are visitors, subscribers are residents, unless you have a gifted subscription, and then you're a guest. So I haven't been drawing. I'm now standing up and wiggling. I raised my desk while I wandered off to the little demon's room. Because I need to move. Everybody make sure you move. Because sitting too long is bad for you. You get dancing say today. What's that grumpy tiefling mumbles? Why are you grumpy? You just need to dance. Dance, 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 dance. Eyes, why are you blinking so much? My tracking is so bad whenever I stand up. It's just like, what even is your face? Why can't I see your eyes? It's because I have glasses. STO storyline, gotta deal with Sella. I only know that Star Trek Online and something to do with story. And something or someone named Sella. Or Sela. Could be Sela. Revenge tickles you. The chaos returns. Or a little dancing emote by Puma. I'm sure if you had a character and you wanted a dancing emote, you could go to Puma and probably commission Puma for a dancing emote. She put so much detail into this thing, oh my god. Like the veil can be removed so I can have one without the veil on it. And she even put like the little flower mark that I've got. You can see it sort of under my hair here. She even put that on. All little hair beads and the different pouches and stuff. They're all there. Dancing dinos. Dancing dinos. Yeah, I seem to be able to work on something for maybe about an hour and a half lately, and then I have to stop. And then it's just distraction for several hours. I miss my ADHD medication. Revenge. I just noticed that revenge was spelt incorrectly as revenge. This is the French version. Revenge, darling! Nah! I have to open my eyes like extra wide to stop the tracking from thinking my eyes are closed. And even then, like, my eyes were open just there. My eyes are still open. Tracking. I wish I could put my tracking, like, at face level. But there's a monitor in the way. I have to be able to see the monitor. Mutuals! Level 35! Oh yeah! Streak naked! I've gotta see if I can get Havarti to start reading those out somehow. I wish Havarti would fucking work! Stupid fish. He's such a lazy worker. He's always out getting milk and cigarettes, never coming back. How you doing, Mutos? My arthritis is really bad today. I have to go lie down. Alright, Marina, I hope you feel better. Take some medicine for it. No sense in being in pain. You have a good day. Thank you so much for coming by. Always appreciate it. Hope you feel better. Get a little wiggle for it while you go. Good, good, good. I hope the pain goes away soon. There's a lot of people who are like, I don't want to take medication. It's like, there's no sense of being in pain, bro. I do that too, though. I'm just like, I don't want to get... Oh, we become reliant on it. Ooh, a little yawn there. I like my gourd. I'm still sad about the fake gourds. The glass ones. The evil glass gourds. Wiggly. Mew just streaks through the chat naked and then leaves. I wish that the little notifications, they show up in the stream chat, but they don't show up in the little window. And I wish they would. So that people can see the redeems and stuff when they're if they watch the VODs back ever. I keep saving all my VODs and I'm like, why? Maybe when I die, they'll be worth something. Waits until Fantasy is unsuspecting before pouncing. Tickle attacks. Revenge is mine! You gotta spell it right. Revenge! You're on my phone, so it can be hard to hear. Ah, fair enough. You need to watch me surround sound! Apparently Kanekochu used to put me up on the actual television. Apparently I'm just like drifting around. There. Tracking. Bruh. Why does it do that? Look at the way I slide. Woo! I figured out how to do it. Yeah! Look at me moonwalking. Do a little slide. Woo! What is... I don't know how or why this is happening, but I love it. Yay. Owls with laughter. Stop, I yelled! I'm gremlining right now. Real hard. I just need to stand up. My package finally shipped with the necklace in it that I need for my costume. And the same day that it shipped, the other seller that I had to cancel with sent me a question mark. That was yesterday. And I don't know how to reply to them. It's like, I sent you like 8 messages, bro, and I waited like a week and an extra like 5 days, and you never responded to a single one of my messages. Yeah, they sent just a question mark. That is all. Like, I canceled the order, and they sent me a question mark like 5 days later. Necromancer's suggestion was just to send an exclamation mark back. Or was that you that suggested that yesterday? I should. I really should. We're becoming too predictable. Like, I sent them so many messages, and, like, I gave them days. Like, days. I sent a message and said, hey, are you gonna send this soon? If not, I might have to cancel and go with another seller. And then I waited, like, 2 days. And then I'm like, okay, are you there? Hello? I'd like a response, please, because otherwise I'm gonna have to cancel. And then I waited another day, and I'm like, okay, if you don't respond by tomorrow, I'm gonna have to cancel. And they still didn't respond. And so I canceled. I waited a full day, ordered from the other seller, and then messaged them after like 2 days, maybe 3, and said, hey, I was wondering if you're gonna send this soon, because like, I waited a really long time from the previous seller, and I'm kind of running out of time to get this thing in. And they never responded, so I canceled and went with you, even though yours is more expensive. For literally exactly the same thing. And they're like, oh, which product? So that took a day to get a response from them. And then it took me a day to see the response, because they're on the opposite side of the planet, right? And so I sent them the message, and then I waited like 2 days to get their response, and they're like, oh yeah, we have to wait for the thing to be made. I'm like, okay, so they're clearly drop shipping from someone else, which is probably what the other seller was doing. And so I just responded with a thanks. It would be great if it could go out soon. And then 2 days later, they're like, we sent it out now. And then I got the confirmation that it got sent out. And then I got the question mark from the other seller. And that was after waiting, like, 6 to 10 days or something from the previous seller from when I placed the order. To when I first messaged them going, hey, you gonna send this soon? So I'm just like, okay, as soon as I get this thing, I hope it's not like fucking child size, because they don't give you any measurements at all. And I know some Chinese sellers are like, look at this beautiful thing, and then it's like a child's hand holding it, and you're like, this thing is child sized, and they're trying to sell it to adults. And they do that a lot. It's the necklace that very similar to the one that I have on my character. So something kind of like this. And there are only 2 sellers on all of AliExpress that are selling that one. So, like, they're clearly, like, kind of drop shipping it from somewhere else. From some other artist. Or manufacturer. Yeah, yeah. Let me grab the actual picture of it. So this is the one that I ordered. It's not quite the same as the one that I wanted to get, but, you know, it works, right? Hopefully it actually looks like that and doesn't have, like, some plastic gem in the middle and is actually, you know, kind of nice, like this picture. Because all of these sellers, they steal everybody else's photos and then they make some sort of like lame dupe and then yeah. They send you something that is not what you ordered. And I think AliExpress has figured this out because when I went to go and make a dispute about the gourds, I found out that the system actually takes a screenshot of the seller's page that you ordered at the time that you ordered, so the seller can't just like go and change something after you've made an order and be like, no, this is what you actually ordered, because they know that people won't take screenshots of the seller's page. But I did in the case of the gourds. And that's how I found out that when I went to go dispute the glass gourds, which I don't care anymore, I'm just gonna eat that cost and make dupes of the gourds myself. And then probably see if I can sell these ones to someone at Conquest and be like, yeah, like 20 euros. Didn't know you needed it so soon. Well, the thing is, like, I want to know the size of it because it's supposed to sit on top of, it's supposed to sit on top of my costume. So if I go here, it's supposed to sit on top here, right? And so I need to redesign my tunic pattern, my little jacket pattern, to have the collar fit inside the ring of that necklace. So I need to know the size of it and how it sits in order to finish the design of the jacket part of my costume to remake that piece. So I need to finish the redesign of the pattern, make the mock-up, and then order the new fabric from the same website, and then make everything. And it's... Oh, there is no way I would be able to get that thing as a solid ring and fit it over my head and have it be any reasonable size. That's why I have the back open like that, because my head is gigantic. I can't buy hats from the store because my head is so big. If I try to buy, like, a baseball cap, it has to be at, like, its biggest size. Miju's can attest to this. I can't buy normal hats for women, especially women's hats. For some reason, they make women's hats really small. And, I just have a giant skull, apparently. Making clothing for our characters is so difficult. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the things that I can't make. I don't have the materials or the skills to make that necklace. Especially like the palace bells. Like, I wanted to order the palace bells, but every place that I go to try and order the palace bells from, they're like, oh, you have to contact us first. And like, minimum order of like 100 pieces. And I'm like, there were people selling the gold palace bells in the color that I wanted 2 years ago, and now no one's selling them. They're only selling the silver ones. I can't fucking find them! And besides, I'm trying not to order stuff from Amazon because I don't want my money going to Amazon anymore. Because it's America. And as a Canadian, I need to put my foot down and be like, no, can't do it. Won't do it. So everything I'm ordering, especially since, you know, my character is largely based on ancient China. These bells. These little spheres are called palace bells. And since my character is largely based on ancient China, ordering things from China is the best place to actually get those things. So while the dragons aren't suitable for my character at all, I'll just have to live with it. There are 4 different designs, yes, but typically these are called palace bells. or Chinese palace bells. They have a little actual bell inside of them. But that's the only name that I can find for those bells, is a palace bell. I think sometimes they're called harem bells too. But because my character is becoming a fortune teller and their thing is like going around carrying their fortunes with them to sell them, I wanted some bells on me so that it attracts attention. And I happen to really like the palace bells, so I was gonna go with those. Yep, and Viking-inspired clothing would make sense. And you can get a lot of that from the European sellers too. Like if you don't want to make it yourself, or you lack the skills to make it yourself, you can probably buy most of what you need for your character for first year. Like, the red pouch, the brown pouch, and the blue pouch are all pouches that I've purchased, because I've never done any leatherworking before, but I need to get myself some belts still, and I need to make the teal pouch, but it's going to be quite large, because it has to hold, not only a whole bunch of fortunes, but it also, I want to make a cleansing kit, so if you get like a particularly bad fortune, you can pay me for a cleansing. So you pay me for the fortune, but you might get cursed quite seriously, and if you don't want the curse, you can pay me for a cleansing, which will cost more than the curse, but also you might get some copper out of it, so you might get like in some ways a discount. Discord DM question. Oh yeah, I was looking at those ones. I just those the Tibetan bells. Yes, I have been looking at them. I can even buy those ones at Conquest. I just like the other ones because they're more delicate looking. They fall more in line with Damora stuff. Although the Tibetan ones are very, like, more ancient Damora. And by ancient Damora, I mean, like, older than Nameless ancient Damora. Yeah, you can't find the other ones anywhere. You can find the silver ones sometimes on Amazon. And there were a lot of sellers selling the gold ones. But since the whole tariff war thing, stuff has been really hard to find on Amazon. So you have to either go to AliExpress or Alibaba. And Alibaba is the only place I can find the palace bells that I'm looking for. But you have to buy them in like a minimum of 20. Oh, so the silver ones are sold out now too. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna sit down again. But yeah, so the, ever since, Old Dump and his tariffs, came about, it's been really hard to find the kind of stuff that I would want and order it from Amazon. And since China has officially become a trading partner with Canada again, I'm like, well, I might as well give my money to China, even though their human rights violations are so much worse than America's. But America should know better. I mean, China should know better too, but they're still evil. But a lot of my stuff is designed based off of ancient China, Japan, and Polynesia. So, it's easiest to buy the things that I'm looking for there, and besides, if I order them from Americans, they're still coming from China anyways, so I'm just paying a middleman for something that I could get direct. I have to wait longer, yes, but it doesn't matter. I'm patient. To a degree. I'm patient to a degree. But yeah, Alibaba is the only place I could find, and you can order a minimum of 20 of the ones that I want, but you have to contact the company. Ah, got a lead. Digging emote inserted here. Yeah. But the one where it's like you can order a minimum of 20 of them. Or, no, there's one that's 6. I can order a minimum of 6. But you have to contact the company so that they can give you a specified price for 6. And it's like, I don't want to have to go back and forth with someone in China. It's already annoying enough on AliExpress. To do it on Alibaba too. It's like, please, just let me buy it. But eventually I will, the ring for the necklace though, the actual like physical brass ring that most of the other sellers use to make a version of that necklace. I found a seller on Alibaba and they're like, minimum order 100. And I'm like, no. What am I gonna do with 100 of these? I need one. Just one. Fantasy has sent me a DM. Yep. Yep, it's the round ones. Apparently they're called jingle bells too. Yeah, some places they call them Christmas bells, some places are jingle bells. But yes, Fantasy, it's those round ones. And then, on top of that, there are the round ones that have the loop on the top and the bottom. So you need the double-ended ones. It's like, the problem just keeps compounding, right? So I'm just like, you know what? This other necklace is close enough to what I'm looking for. And I don't have as much time left. It does help a little, yes, thank you. I don't have a lot of time left, so making my own necklace this year, not really a thing. But I would like to make my own eventually. But since I'm buying one and it's costing me like $33 or something, I'm probably going to use that one for the next couple of years if it doesn't fall apart in a day. In which case I'm probably going to be making sure that that thing will stay together for the majority of Conquest. Because, like, I was surprised with the quality of the gourd that I ordered. Like, it's exactly as it was advertised to be. The other gourds, not only did I receive the wrong color from one of them, but they're not even the right material, and I was very upset. Because I don't like being lied to. I gave that store really bad reviews. But I did talk with the seller a lot, and they're like, I'm so sorry, I didn't know that they weren't ceramic. So clearly they're a drop shipper. And, so I'm just gonna dupe the gourds and make them out of ceramic myself. Besides, I've always wanted to get into pottery, so what better way to do it than out of spite? I'm weird. But yeah, those are the adventures I've been having, and now I'm like doing the foray into fabrics, right? And I'm so skeptical. So like I won't the gourd bottles on my throne are exactly those ones. So I've gotta take those down, but thank you for donating towards them. So that money will go towards the materials to make dupes of the gourd bottles. So I'm gonna be taking those down, but I wish there was a way to say Throne, this thing was funded in a different way so that like it's on the page, because like between the gifted subs and the commissions and like your little donation randomly enough, like they are funded. I bought them and I appreciate you donating to the ones on Throne. Mewjuice was telling me that something on Throne would have been cheaper for her to just buy it herself and send it to me rather than funding it on Throne. The biggest producers of linen, but the best producers of linen is apparently Ireland. Ireland apparently are very, very good linen producers. You hate Throne? Yeah. That's why, like, if you want to donate to something, like, I've got Ko-fi or whatever. Ko-fi, I don't think has crazy high fees. I like Throne in concept. I wish their fees were lower. Their fees are quite high. And, like, there's so many things that they said they were gonna fix, and it's been, like, a year and a half, and they haven't fixed them. And they took down their Canny site where you could make suggestions. They just took it down. Dancing dinos. Dancing dinos. So, like, you can't even make suggestions anymore. Well, Belgium is also very good with linen, too. But apparently Ireland produces really, really nice linen. Like, top tier, very expensive linen. I've decided to go with linen for my my base layers, and I might still go with the bamboo linen for my top layer as well, just because silk is very insulating. And it might be really hot this year. It could also be really cold. It could be raining and really super gross. And silk would not survive well. And I still gotta order the silk from India as well. Two gourd bottles? What? I think I might just stop using my throne. Well, I have the two bottles. Like, I have them here. Just a little slat. I got the two bottles, but they're glass, and they smell like chemicals inside. Like, really bad chemicals that I wouldn't want to drink out of them. The lids are plastic. And the whatever, like, enamel coating they've put on top of them is already starting to flake off. But I have the really nice ceramic one, the one that's got the ties on it. I have that one, and that'll be enough. The other two were more for, one was supposed to be for electrolytes. And the other one I wanted to have, like, a nice alcohol in it for, like, diplomacy stuff. But mainly I wanted the one with the cord on it for water. Because the brown jug that I have in the top corner, that's made from an old maple syrup bottle. And I can't find a cork big enough to put in there. So I'm going to have to find a stick and whittle down a stick and make a cork for it. Death is playing Pong, apparently. Or something else. I don't know what he's doing. He's being deaf. If you know, you know. Apparently I don't know. So, I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to have the gourds for special things. Because the smaller gourds are 500 milliliters, and the big gourd is 700. It's an old meme, but it checks out. Sorry. I just answered with another old meme. We all struggle to find what we need. Yeah. But, you know, in some ways it's fun, too. Have you ever seen the Lost meme? I have not. That's why it's lost. Lost, lost, lost. What have you lost, Toodles? Lost me marbles. Sorry, just quoting Hook over here. Oh my god, mouse, please. Ugh! For the love of God, mouse, please work. Ah! Discord meme. To the memery. I don't really get it. Oh my god, mouse. Does it have something to do with the show? Because I've never seen an episode of Lost. Not once. And then I heard the show ended very badly, so now I'm like, it's not even worth watching. It's like Game of Thrones, it's not even worth watching. It's like, oh, you fucked up the end? Well, not worth watching anymore. The meme is called Lost. Yes, but does it have to do with the show Lost? There's still no Evan. Why is Evan never streaming? Yeah, I stopped reading Control Alt Delete because the guy who created it is an asshole. At least I'm pretty sure it was Control Alt Delete. Who do we want to raid today? Since Evan is still not on. It's 12:03. We've got Moko, CNOT, Wade Lady. Briere. Yeah, I know it's called Control Alt Delete. I saw the comic that you posted. I won't read Control Alt Delete anymore. The owner was rude. He was an asshole to me, so told him to fuck off, and I never went back. What's the suggestion here? Fantasy wants to go to Moko Maid. Okay, so no, I emailed him once. About a friend of mine was upset at a comic that he had made, and they didn't understand it. So I emailed him asking him, "Hey, your comic really upset my friend. I was wondering if you could explain, you know, the humor behind it." And he's just like, "No." It was just super rude. And I said, "You didn't have to be rude. I was just asking." And he just continued to be super fucking rude to me. So I never went back. So don't read Control Alt Delete because the owner's an asshole. Like, he's a piece of shit. I wasn't even rude to him. I just asked him a question, and he was just so fucking rude that I was just like, I'm never going back. Okay, here. If you go to the Discord and there's like streaming suggestions, or the suggestion thread, what's it called? Suggestion box. Go to the suggestion box. If you leave me links to those creators, I'll go check them out. And since Fantasy said Moko Maid, we're gonna go to Moko Maid. Fantasy keeps calling the Moko Main. But my friends, we're off sailing to other waters. Soup, it was good to meet you if you're still here. Thank you for joining us. I like your burbs. Necromancer, thank you for the gifted subs. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I always appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow at the usual time, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, because we're done the daylight savings this year. So, I will see you guys next time. May you wash ashore in distant lands and find new adventures. And remember, I love you, bye-bye!